Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network if you'd like to do the same. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Greet everybody upon this evening. My disclaimer is I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. So please do not lay claims of those titles on me. I'm not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Jen Juice, Fitzgerald, and everybody else who's about to join in the beginning and towards the end and the replay. That's it right there. We're going to talk about church fights. You know what I mean? I think I put thugs or pastors, question mark, gangs or congregation. This past week has been, very interesting week in general, for sure, because I ain't view a lot of videos, but I saw little snippets of certain videos and things like that, in which I would like to talk about in the sense of the topic. All right. What up, Miss Pearson? Saved by Grace. What up, blessed and highly favored? Number one. What up? What up? What up? What up, MHW? Skylar, the Falcons. What up? What up, Authentic? What up, Kimmy Kim? Stacy Starr. What's up? What's up? So, listen to the whole thing about it is, I understand, people in the church got disagreements and whatnot. I viewed a video a little bit recently of so-called preacher man and things like that, because when you're a YouTuber, you tend to check certain videos out, although you don't want to at the end of the day. All right, what up, Latanya? What up, the Alicia? What up, the Elias? What up, the PhD for sure? And now we're gonna address the hater. They ain't waste no time for coming in here. You heard? They waste no time. So we're gonna touch on that too. To the hater, that right off the bat, I was having like technical difficulties with my camera, so I'm pretty sure they was waiting for me to come on and things like that. And I'm pretty sure they couldn't wait to write that comment. So to all the moderators, don't block nobody. Let them talk and stuff like that, because they need to hear this. So about the church in general, you see a lot of videos on YouTube and whatnot of people going back and forth and things like that, and my disclaimer is also, as I always state, listen, I'm not a pastor, preacher, or nothing like that. I'm just a YouTuber. That's it. At the end of the day, you said, who's hating? Well, the person probably got you blocked, man. It's already in the beginning of the chat room. So, as a person or people in the church and things like that, are we supposed to be making physical threats towards people and things like that? Are we supposed to want to get into physical altercations with people? Mainly talking about the leaders at the end of the day. This is what we're talking about. We know that the members are still working on themselves, like me, like others, and things like that. But if somebody got a disagreement, with somebody, there's no need to result in wanting to get into a physical confrontation with somebody just because you disagree with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been noticing a lot lately here on YouTube in general for about the past probably year now. You understand? You see people going back and forth. I'm getting emails and whatnot of this and that, physical threats. We know they ain't coming to see me. We know that, but those are type of things I want to touch on. You understand that when people supposedly of the church, they make physical threats and they talk about doing this to you, they talk about doing that to you. But on the flip side, they want to talk about the love of Christ. Pure contradiction at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? What up, the Cali Boys, son of the day? Cornelia says, no, lead by example. I agree with that, man. I definitely agree with that for sure. If somebody has a platform and things like that, who's a leader, right? Who's a pastor or whatever the case may be, or those who claim they got the truth. Okay, you disagree with that person over there, that person, say whatever, and then you want to make physical threats, wanting to fight. What up to Khadijah Reeves? Shout out to you and your YouTube channel. You said, what does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. What up to Nathan Bonelia? What up to Elias? I miss. What is that? Soothing meditation. What's up? What's up? He says, touch not my anointing. That's a good one. Nicole Martin, you funny. What up, Pablo Williams? What up? What up? What up? King Allen. People can't control their emotions anymore, and especially if it's the truth. Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that for sure. People who I've seen in videos and whatnot, people went as far as say, they're gonna come to certain people's houses. Listen, they said they're gonna approach people. They're gonna take the time out, right, to fly across country or drive somewhere just to go try to see that person. I've seen videos where people stated that I'm gonna come to your state and I'm gonna get you. Listen, the person is probably in Texas, Illinois, Florida. You actually think if you go into that state, you're gonna quickly find them. What type of idiot are you at the end of the day? You understand? Listen, you better be careful on who you think you're gonna roll up on. Don't think because you quote unquote call yourself preaching and teaching the word of God that everybody else is, and then you're going to talk in a threatening manner and you state that you're going to see a person. That might be your last day on earth. You understand? Not in a sense of that person is going to take you out, but you never know. Something might detour you from going to see them because of your wicked ways and your wicked actions that you're thinking. You might get into a car crash. You understand? You might catch a heart attack. You just never know what might happen if you have a wicked thought of harming a person, reaping what you sow. What goes around, it can come right back around, you know what I'm saying, on you. For sure. Fitzgerald says, we're all supposed to be one church, yet we have all this trash happening. Wow, that's a good one. It says it's so frustrating sometimes because it makes us as true believers look bad in front of the unbelievers or who are seeking the truth. You know what? I agree with that for sure. I agree with that. I definitely do. I can remember when I was young, I was about, trying to think, I was about 23, walking past some so-called Christians, me being a knucklehead. Now, if I would have seen the trash that I see now over the internet, with people threatening and making all this other, noise and stuff like that, I'd have been like, these church folks are crazy. They worse than the people on the street. I never seen people who are supposed to be so-called Christians going back and forth in a physical manner. I never seen this before, ever. As much as I do now, you know what I mean, in general. People talking about going to see this person and stab them, shoot them, all this other foolishness. Over what? Pride, emotions, or whatever the case may be. If you want to get physical with somebody, don't do it the wrong way. It's a right way to do it. Glove it up. Of course, we want to talk it out, listen, and stuff like that, and be peaceful. But when we was young, sometimes we had to go in the backyard, man, and get it in. Sometimes it's just like that. Why would you put yourself in a manner of taking a penitentiary chance? You saying over the internet, right? You over the internet. It doesn't matter if you remove your video. It don't matter if you put it in private. It's still in the system of Google and YouTube. It's still there. So if somebody said, listen, that person threatened me, right? On May the 1st, 2001, but they deleted the video. It's still in the system of YouTube. And if YouTube or Google gets subpoenaed to turn that video over, guess what? That's the truth. You understand? Why make physical threats over the internet, putting yourself in a risking yourself a penitentiary term out there? You know, if you don't like somebody, if you disagree with somebody, why are you wasting your time on them? If you don't like them, why are you looking at them? Just like the haters out there. If you don't like what's going on this YouTube channel or whatever's being put out on here or anywhere else, why subscribe to it? I saw one idiot, right? And if Craig is on here, he know what I'm talking about. One idiot. He talked bad about this channel. You know, he made some threats against somebody else and whatnot, talking about he's gonna go to this person's state, that person's state. Broke is a joke. Why are you wasting your time going to see people? You could be doing something more productive and things of that manner. Why would you? So I kind of caught a snippet of his video, and I think I put a video. It was when I was putting a video out, the notification came up like Tony Harvin puts a video out or something like that. For a person who don't like this channel and talk against it, why you subscribe to it? I don't get it. I said something is wrong with these people on here. If they want to go back and forth with you or anybody else that they subscribe or they want to hear you talk or they want to look at your Facebook or Twitter or TikTok and things like that. It doesn't have to result into a physical altercation or a physical manner type of thing, you know? Okay, what is that? Cornelius Douglas. He says, the Bible states, follow me as I follow Christ. This is what Paul said for the leaders. What up to Emmett Spears? What up to Tony Tone? MHW says, if God is manifesting his word through the preacher and the Holy Spirit does not conduct itself on unseemly, what spirit is the violence stemming from? You're right. What up, Evelyn Underwood? He said, like the way the Purple Gang surrounded TOG expecting Gino to come out, they lucky he didn't call the cops on them clowns. Well, see, the thing is with Nathaniel and the IUIC, they had a lot of things misconstrued as far as like thinking Gino was a part of Christianity. A lot of their statements was wrong. You know, they went by, I guess they went by like Wikipedia or something like that. Listen, don't go by what you see all on Wikipedia, because you got some nutcase probably from Montana, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere in probably Canada or Alaska somewhere in his closet, you know what I mean? Who works for Wikipedia and just trying to find information on the internet on a person. Those people don't actually sit with this person or that person to get information about them at all. You understand? All right. Kimmy Kim says they're going to learn when they get disrespectful with a real one. What up to Stephanie Jenkins? What up? What up? What up? Shonda family. What up? What up? What up? Hope all is well. Jen Ju says all the people who have threatened Gino and his family are no longer here. You know what? I viewed a little of that video of what's his name, Mr. Israel. He got another youth. His name is different from Mr. Israel, but I was watching it and things like that, and the man was completely lost mentally and spiritually. And all the people was like, well, Gino's gonna reap what he sowed. I started to write something. Like the boomerang effect have came around right on Mr. Israel. Because why? He got taken out. He thought, to my knowledge, I guess he come up with he had cancer or whatever the case may be. He thought he could beat it himself. I think. Really, really. Okay, sure. Yeah, you could beat it yourself. Right. Where you at now? It's gone. You understand? Don't be an idiot. You know. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a troll. Well, we ain't paying that person no mind. In fact, let's put the link out in the chat room, man. Let's put the link out for all the haters. Shout out to Robbie Rob, man, the one who got blown into smithereens when he came up on here, man. So the link has been posted 3 times for the haters. All those who's talking sideways and whatever. It's out there for you to come on here. We can have a conversation and whatnot. You know, we're gonna be nice to you. We'll be nice. We'll be nice to you. I ain't gonna kick you off. Like others and whatnot for sure. Nicole Mar, you funny. He said IURC is a cult. Wow. All right. He said IURC is a cult because their bishop is a crooked cop. Well, when I saw some news articles on Mr. What his name, Benjamin Israel or something like that, whatever. It was a story out there that, when he was a police officer, he did something and what have you. Can people change? Yes, they can change. But one must talk about themselves first before, talking about other people at the end of the day. Cornelius said, just as Jesus had Judas, this channel was going to have haters, but we still got the Peter that are going to support and preach the word of God. I agree, man. Growing up in Jersey City in the hood, I don't even remember having no haters at all. And this is in the hood. Bloods, Crips, gangs, drugs, shooting. I don't remember having no haters as much as I have when I started putting out the truth of God. And this is a sad thing. And these are from so-called Christians. So-called. All right. He says, here we go again. Stephanie Jenkins said, you should monetize. You should be monetized. You talking about monetization? Like getting paid off of YouTube? That's what you're saying? Jen Juice, they must have blocked you. Oh, you seeing it? What up, Sister Carol? What up? I hope all is well, for sure. So the church fights and whatnot. Not only do we get trolls over the internet or from other organizations, but it might be people within your own congregation that have a thing towards you. You understand? You said so we can tip you. Well, my Cash App, and I thought about putting my Cash App out there. I really thought about it. You understand? I thought about it. I've had this channel for a long time and whatnot. The thing is, I don't want to feel like I'm getting paid off the gospel. You understand? But I do know there are a lot of cheerful givers out there and whatnot. So I did think about it. I really did think about it. Put my Cash App, monetizing the channel and whatnot. But we'll see. We'll see. But if you like the Cash App, just let me know for sure. But back to the story at hand. He says, who is the troll? Well, I have a lot of trolls and whatnot and stuff like that, people conjuring up lies. People will conjure up lies and stuff like that on you, when you got a platform. And, I was listening to this one preacher, so-called preacher and whatnot and things like that. And it's like a crazy, it seemed like a crazy back and forth type of thing, that will never end. Some people will just never end having a tug of war with each other, whether it's with words, whether it's with emotions, especially with the scriptures and whatnot. Oh, you don't believe in the Son of God? The Son of God is not in heaven. The Son of God is in heaven. For some people, it's going to be a tug of war every day, all day. You understand? It's going to be like that. Okay, two people disagree, right? It shouldn't result into a physical altercation. It shouldn't. You said send my cat. What is my cash app? I think this is it right here. My cash app is up for those who want to give cheerfully. It's up on the screen. There's a $ Tony Harvin at $ Tony Harvin 1984. You know, that's it right there. You know, he says I donate to support you, but not the gospel. Absolutely, I don't. One thing about me, I don't want to make money off the gospel. Blessedly, I'm not a preacher. I'm not. So these are my live conversations. I'm not a preacher. I don't preach. I don't teach or nothing like that. So when I do news things and exercise videos, should a person get paid for that? Okay, that's fine. That's their work. That's their creative content. That's their work. But if a person is preaching and whatnot and looking to get money off the people from the gospel, but if you creating your own stuff and it's your YouTube channel, fine, cool. All right. Appreciate that at Tony Tone. What up, Mactio? What up, what up, what up? He says, any treatment for acid reflux? A lot of water. A lot of water. Usually chew your food through. That's what one doctor mentioned. Like you gotta chew your food through, drink a lot of water. Because I see a lot of people eating a big meal with a small glass of juice. You gotta understand, you need something to lubricate that to go down. A lot of water, a lot of running. If that don't work, for sure. All right, apple cider vinegar. I got the gummies too. So, back to this topic. Why is it that a lot of people of the church, besides emotions and whatnot, why do they result in making physical threats? Like how Mr. Israel, well, he ain't no Christian, but like how Mr. Israel did, like how some of these other so-called Christians do. Like we had the troll on here. I'm familiar with the troll. This person make these fake names and whatnot. Listen, I'm a real person, man. I don't need to do all that fake stuff and whatnot. When a person make fake names that make threats and stuff like that, you have a mental issue right here, like a serious mental issue. Something is not clicking up here. Something is not really clicking at all. Matteo says, I'm a pastor, brother, but there's some things I don't agree on with the churches today. I preach the word and I step on toes. I tell them like it is. Wonderful. Jinju says, is that shade? I do chew my food. No, it was just advice. It was advice, that happened to me before, man. Like, I wasn't chewing my food like all the way because sometimes, we get a nice T-bone steak or Red Lobster biscuits. You just want to gobble, gobble. And then it would cause like a little acid reflux, especially if you eat past a certain time. That goes for everybody, or you have to drink a lot of water to really try to flush that down upon whatever you had. Certain foods can cause acid reflux, especially like, bread and things like that. All right. Let me see. What up to Norma? Hope all is well. He says, can you use vinegar and water together for acid reflux? I mean, anything that's fine. Whatever works for the person, whatever works. But water, for the most part, is probably one of the best solutions. You know. All right. MHW says a familiar troll, sad in itself. Yes, because a lot of them want to get. A lot of them want to be talked about. A lot of them like that attention. You know, a lot of them will come to C Rock Smooth Channel. A lot of them will come to. I spoke with the guy Holy Message. He's another person who put up Geno Jennings. I spoke to him. Shout out to him. You know, and he's stating hate. And this guy's from the UK, I think. He's from all the way in the United Kingdom, and the same individuals is trolling him. Jude Imperito is from the Philippines. This man is in another. He's in another. He's in another part of the world, and in the same trolls is trolling him. When are these people gonna learn? Like, it doesn't matter what you do. It don't matter. We ain't gonna stop putting out what we put out at the end of the day. You understand? A familiar troll. Yeah, and I'm aware of this person or another person. You know, sometimes people can make it seem like that's that person. They can make a fake name, but it's really another person. So they try to cause confusion and things like that. You know, but at the end of the day, as long as they hearing what's going on here, which is the messages, the truth of God that we promote and push and stuff like that and whatnot, whether on this channel or Tony Harvin Network or Tony Harvin TV or Facebook. You know, they taking their time out to listen to this. You know, they giving the channels and whatnot watch time hours and views and whatnot. Not that it's about that, but they devoting their time. Because like I said, I put this video out like I think I started like, I don't know, maybe like 4:30, but I was having like camera issues, so I couldn't go live yet. But it still would post up. So some people may get the notification. So if that troll was already in here, then you must have been subscribed to this YouTube channel. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it at all. You understand? Are they talking about acid reflex? Do you guys know Matt also? He is so great at posting the truth of God. Matt. Is that his YouTube channel? Is that his YouTube channel? Eric Brown, he says, when you have confidence in the word, you never need to make threats because the word can defend itself for real. You're from New Jersey. Shout out to Jersey. What part of Jersey you from? MHW says, I see more and more Truth of God YouTube channels popping up like weeds. Not sure if all are good intentions, so I have to be cautious before subscribing too. I appreciate that. You sent the Cash App just now. Appreciate that. I saw the notification. You know, much love, much respect. Yeah, it's a lot more people that's putting out the truth of God. It's hundreds of them. I remember a time it was just me and World Made Simple. That's it. And some people may have one or two videos on it, but me and World Made Simple, I mean, we was just dishing the videos out left and right years ago, left and right, you know, before he left, and I don't know, he ain't putting out the truth of God. Now you see hundreds putting out the truth of God, which is cool. Some of them are doing it for good intentions, and some of them are not. They do it to build up their channel and then talk against the truth of God. Or some do it and they try to get monetary purposes off of it, like monetizing that channel after you make over 1,000 subscribers, over 4,000 watch time hours. And what's the other thing? Somebody help me out here. It's 1,000 no community strikes and no copyright strikes, I believe. They try to do it for monetary purposes, or popularity purposes. You know what I'm saying? But some of them are, doing it for the good purpose. What part of Jersey City you from, Eric Brown? What part? What part of Jersey City you from? All right. Let me see. You said they definitely be subscribed. Absolutely. Stephanie Jenkins, I appreciate that. Oh, you said Matt YouTube channel is Alpha and the Omega. Yeah, I know of him. I know of him. Terrence Worship. They doing their thing. For sure. Views from the Scriptures, another one. Evelyn says, I have already booked my flight and room for the conference in North Carolina, August 3rd. Yep. Here you go right here. Right here. I just got it in the mail yesterday. Happened to be sitting on my table. You're right. So Gino is coming to Greensboro, North Carolina, August the 3rd to the 5th. To the 6th. So all the haters and trolls, there you have it. There you have it right there. You understand? Book him. Book him. He's coming to Concord, North Carolina too. Soon. What is it? Next week, I think. Yep. Are you gonna show up, trolls? For those who say they're gonna come to this person's state and that person's state, are you gonna show up to Concord, North Carolina? I believe next week. They got all his mouth, all of them, all his physical threats, this and that, and sometimes when I go to the events, I don't see none of them at all. At all. All right. Latanya says some of these false prophets can't touch him. He's a man of God and he's too much for them. Absolutely. He says, I'm gonna have to book my flight from where I live. Hey, man. Hey. He said I didn't get mine. You funny. You says now Mr. is going live because his followers are here and we'll go tell him. Hey, you funny, man. You funny. Mr. Charles Duell, so-called preacher. Oh man, I saw C-Rock video and I didn't see the parts when he was just cursing like crazy. I mean, using the S word, using the B word. I believe he was using the F word. I mean, he was going in. He stated that if anybody called him an adulterer, he was going to let him have it. Physically. That's what he stated. So-called Pastor Charles Duell. If anybody called him an adulterer, I forgot the other term, the other word he stated, he was going to let him have it. Physically. Well, guess what, Mr. Duell? You're an adulterer. Do something about it. You understand? Do something. Do something. Listen, you could have the preaching, you could have all that. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a pastor, I'm not a prophet, I'm none of that. They could have all that. You know what I mean? Don't get mad at a person because they state in the actions of what you're doing. And a man, he was drinking liquor. I mean, he was just going off on people. It was going off on people. You understand? How is that leading the people you talking in a manner of a thug on the street? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. He says, I want to see more debates. I want to see more debaters. Surely no one can take out Gino. Absolutely not. Listen, even in a debate with Reginald Young, I believe Dan the Man was like, he was neutral. Dan the Man always neutral, and everybody should be neutral, of course. You know, but I haven't seen a debate where you're right, where he has lost or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right about that. You know what I mean? Listen, if somebody come with the scriptures and whatnot and things of that nature for a man who's preaching the truth, but just like he had mentioned one time, a man asked him a question about where's the apostolic faith in the Bible. That was in program 60, what is it, 609, 607 or something like that. And he took off the apostolic faith based upon that question because it wasn't found in the scriptures. And the man was humble about it. You understand that? For sure. What up to C-Rock Smooth? Shout out to C-Rock Smooth. Shout out to his YouTube channel for sure. Go check that video out. Of him ripping up Pastor, so-called Pastor Duell and Kendrick Murray and his flock of feces out there in Alabama. I watched a little bit of that video, man. The warning video. It's pretty funny. It was pretty funny, man. Like I said, I don't usually watch these clowns and whatnot. But I said, let me view this for a little bit. Let me view this just a little. Let me view a little bit of it, man. It seemed like the man got something personal, man. Like a, how you in the past, listen, you had a female and whatnot. Listen, I don't want to be with you no more. Get out of here. 20 years later, they still like, listen, give it up, man. Give it up. You understand? You got secrets and whatnot, man. Who cares about all that nonsense? Who cares about that stuff, man? They're gonna try everything. They're gonna try everything. But guess what? It don't work. It don't work. He also mentioned that he stated that how many people have left his church and went to First Church? And he said nobody. Nobody from which you could think of. Nobody from what you could think of at the end of the day. Listen, people leave and come and go. That's their decision at the end of the day. But man, you got a smaller congregation than the truth of God. You understand? See, he didn't use his wisdom in that. He think his church is equal to the truth of God. It's not. It's not about popularity or nothing like that. But it's common sense. If something is bigger, of course, there's going to be more people that leave. Because if it's 5 million people in the congregation, and let's just say 1,000 people leave, right? You know what I'm saying? And you only got 100. It doesn't matter. That congregation automatically, just by numbers wise, it's common sense. Of course, it's going to be more because there's more people following the message. You understand? MHW says, troll's job description is to troll websites that know the schedules, times, watching the lives. As long as they watching, they are learning and will be accountable. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I don't mind a troll. Honestly, I don't mind. I'll be hoping I could run into one of them on the street. It could be wrong. Lord forgive me. Man, I'll be hoping. Man, I'll be hoping, but I know that's never gonna happen at all because I wouldn't honestly. I probably wouldn't even want to get physical with them because they're gonna play the victim and whatnot and things like that. But that's what trolls do. It's not about beating somebody up and things like that. Of course, you would hope and pray for that person that they get themselves right. Because at the end of the day, you could say whatever you want on the internet as a troll, but you don't know that person in real life. You know what I mean? You wasting your time on their YouTube channels, on their Facebook, on their TikToks and whatnot. Just think about it. If you're a troll, you wasting your time going to other YouTube channels and watching a video for an hour or two. If you're a troll, you ain't getting nothing out of that because you ain't making no videos or nothing like that. You just watching it and typing all day. You ain't making no good use out of it. If you're gonna watch a video, at least have a YouTube channel and break the video down and talk about it and have some type of content. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. You could be doing something more constructive. You understand? All right. He says, brother Feces. I call him brother Feces. Noob say bot. He says, brother Feces did a video about you last night. Listen. Tell brother Feces that we're in North Carolina. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. I don't do the back and forth thing. You understand? He want to do back and forth. He's another one who wanted to, he said something about he used to be with the Brims, which is Bloods in New Jersey, right? He said he said something about Tony Harvin better stop talking that way if he knew better. Now this is kind of what I'm talking about in these on this topic. Don't claim to be a minister or a teacher of the word if you're going to talk about stuff like that. You know, because I'm the type of person that will take something like that serious. You understand? Especially if you're being nearby. You know what I mean? Listen, I don't pay no mind to brother Feces. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. His so-called Fat Man Scoop Mathis is in North Carolina also somewhere by the border of Virginia somewhere. You know, I don't pay him no mind. I don't watch his videos, man. I don't. You understand? I don't at all. You know, unless he's making a threat, unless he want to set something up, ring wise, or you know he wants some personal training and whatnot. He wants some self-defense courses and stuff like that. We ain't got nothing to talk about, man. We got nothing to talk about at all. You know, so I don't pay no mind to brother Feces. I call him Urkel also. You know, so he gonna make his videos and stuff like that and what have you. Unless he want to meet up, you know, for personal training or for me to help him work out and stuff like that, so I can help him, you know, so I can help him out. You know what I'm saying? We got nothing to talk about, man. I'm not a preacher. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear what he got to say about the scriptures. You know, he's in his emotions because he's a former member of First Church. You know, and I believe either he left or they gave him the boot. So a lot of them, they're former members, and they come out with these videos and whatnot, like it's going to do something. You got to understand, like I said before, you're going to have to do way better than what you're doing right now. You understand? Ain't nothing new under the sun. These people been trying it for years. It's just new people come out of nowhere. Wow, we can't stop these channels. Wow, Tony Harvin got 3 channels. C-Rock got 2 or 3. We got hundreds more people putting out the truth of God. We just can't stop these people. It doesn't matter what videos we make. We just can't stop them. So tell brother Feces, man, get a life, man. Get a life. I don't watch his videos, man. I don't. You know, I really don't. Cynthia Stewart says, brother Harvin just finished watching Pastor Gino Jennings video. Latest video in what is that? St. Lucia. TKO the duel. He wanted a debate. First blow with the sword knocked him out. Shout out to Gino. What up, Kim? Eric Brown says Jersey City, New Jersey, home of Flip Wilson, Cool in the Gang, the Manhattans. I could go on, but another time this is more serious. Okay. You're a certified resident of Jersey City. Okay. Once you said Flip Wilson, that was it. You know, once you said that was it. He said he's too old to be talking crazy. That's funny, man. Sister Carol says, I'm waiting for the Jamaican pastor in Canada to show up at the convocation in Canada. He posted every day about Pastor Geno Jennings. Well, I don't remember them talking physically in a physical manner, but you know, that part I give them that part. They haven't said anything physical, man, as far as like wanting to get physical with anybody. I give them that part, but the other parts where as though they're making videos every day, that listen, that's been happening for like years and years. For sure. Jinju says, I saw that video. I called him an adulterer in his chat and he cursed me out. I told him I would be at the August convocation from the 3rd to the 6th if he wanted to chat like an adult. He kept cursing me out like a devil. Well, that's what people like him is going to do, man. You know, he want to result into this thug mentality because he he a little buffed up like Buff Bagwell or somebody, Lex Luger. You know what I'm saying? Farouk from the Nation of Domination, WWE, WWF type of thing, and he got his little BB guns in the back. You know what I mean? That's no way of how a leader should act. What up to Norma? I seen that video of Mr. Duell mouthing off. Mouth was off the chain, sitting, drinking, getting drunk. A preacher getting drunk. Listen, get you one of these. To all them preachers who like to drink, get you one of these, man. You understand? Good healthy drink. You know what I mean? Potassium, vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin B12. So, get you one of these. Hey, brother Feces, man, tell Fat Man Scoop, man, he need to, get himself on the diet or something, man. You understand? Tell him that. Patricia, what on the earth? Say, you shall reap what you sow. You cannot hide from God's truth ever. Wow, that's a deep one right there. That's a deep one. Noob Say Bot says, Brother Feces did a 2-hour video. Wow, 2 hours, man. You really sat there and watched that garbage? He said, threatening to box people and said you a sinner. I did? Really? For real? Well, why would I want to threaten anybody with boxing them? You know what I'm saying? Why would I do that? If a person is making physical threats towards you, a lot of people know me from boxing, but I also know how to wrestle and do other stuff too. So if that's the case, then I would have mentioned that also. It was one person from Alabama. Was it from his congregation? It was one person who I was going to get it in with. Like, this was years ago. Because a lot of them, they talk in a manner of wanting to get physical with you. So you're the fighter. You're the fighter. So when you start to defend yourself, now they want to play the victim. Now they want to say, well, he know this, so he threatened me with this, he threatened me with that. I also said earlier, listen, if they can't talk it out scripturally, if they can't talk it out as men or women, and a person is still trying to threaten you and whatnot and things like that, what you going to do? What's your next best thing? If a person attack you or wanted to attack you, you ain't going to sit there and let them attack you at the end of the day. You're going to defend yourself. To subdue them, not to hurt them in the sense of wanting to kill them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, Brother Feces, he could talk about how he was with the Bloods and the Brims in Newark, New Jersey, and how that Tony Harvin shouldn't talk like that because I should know better. But if I was to defend myself or whatever, he'd state that, well, Tony Harvin was threatening. You see that? Catch-22 with people. It's okay when they do it. You know what I'm saying? But when you take up for yourself, it's a different story. I don't get it. Listen, the Bloods and the Brims ain't going to save you. from a butt whooping. You know what I mean? So you shouldn't write a check with your mouth that you cannot cash. I don't do 2-hour videos and 3-hour videos on people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Don't threaten nobody, right? Talking about people who's not even involved, and then say and then you call yourself teaching and preaching the word of God. I don't get that. How could you talking about, man, he shouldn't say that? Because I used to be with the Brims and North. You know what I mean? Who cares? All right. C-Rock says, Dwell look like a possessed demon, treasure troll. What up, Nicole Levels? What up, Andrew Jackson? What up, what up? Shout out to Andrew Jackson promoting them Truth of God videos and videos that, C-Rock put out, I put out. Appreciate that, man. Definitely do. Kim says, flock of feces. Oh, man. C-Rock Smooth stated that Murray mad because Apostle said he knows his secrets from years of personal counseling sessions. Imagine that. Wow. I'm going to say that again. Wow. Oh, boy. Oh, man. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Noob say bot once again. Nice picture, man. Listen, that used to be that used to be one of the good characters off of Mortal Kombat back in the day. Who else used to be out there? Smokes, Johnny Cage. He says, you won't hear using profanity, calling people flock of feces. Well, when you call people flock of feces, that's not profanity. Feces is defecation, which is manure, which is poop. Now, when you call people flock of feces and whatnot, and the smell of feces is bad, right? So what they putting out, when you smell feces and whatnot, how is your mindset? Is like, wow, that's bad. It's bad smelling. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point of me saying flock of feces, not what you think it is. So stop trying to change the narrative. That's another thing that these people do. They're trying to change a narrative. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to change a narrative. You could say a person smell like fish. What they're gonna say? Oh, well, you're trying to use the term for a bad smelling female's birth canal. They try to change your narrative. You understand? You got to. This is how the internet works. They try to flip your words around. You understand? Conjuring up an entertaining lie, not understanding what's really going on. That stuff don't work here, man. He says, brother, feces exposed you last night. Well, who cares about brother feces, man? She laughing. Shout out to Nicole, man. Take that picture down, though. MHW says, Gino went hard on Pastor Doodle today. It was like artwork. Whew. Get him, Gene. Finish him. Tina, howdy, brother. Just stopping by to say hello. Very funny topic. He says, let me see, watch, because this is interesting. Funny. They said, oh, man, y'all funny. Stacy Starr stated that Pastor Gino always said that we all have a meeting we must meet, so the trolls should remember that God will be the judge on the bench for their scheduled appearance. All facts. Wow. What up, Julio? He said, I just got here. Can you explain the subject for today? Well, it's about church fights. Why people over the internet or people in general, when they have a disagreement with somebody, They want to get into a physical altercation. I'm mainly talking about leaders and whatnot, so-called pastors and things like that. That's what I'm mainly touching on that we talking about here. And one individual that we pointed to is a so-called preacher by the name of Charles Duell, who made physical threats and whatnot. He says System of Generation, King Allen. Let me check this out. Forgive me for a minute. You're laughing. Good I think stated that if he's angry about that phrase, then use flock of doodle. Oh man, Noob Sabat. You know that's a fake YouTube channel. That's somebody behind the scenes. I already knew that. That's another person who made a fake name to disguise themselves and whatnot. I put the link in the chat room, man. Listen, I put the link in the chat room for the trolls. They're not going to come on. We know they're not. We know they're not going to come on. I would hope they do. I know who that is, though. I know who it is. All right. So, Bro Harvin, he says, Bro Harvin, no doubts. If someone steps to you, oh, this is a good one. This is a good one right here. I like this one. This is what I like. I'm rubbing my chops together for this one. What up, Cynthia Stewart? He says, Brother Harvin, no doubts. If someone steps to you in person, you don't have a choice but to defend yourself. You got to understand. I'm a YouTuber, right? A lot of people think that I'm a some type of pastor or something like that, but you got to understand I'm just a YouTuber. That's it. They come with all this stuff like, oh man, you a minister, you this, you that. No, I'm not. I never said that ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I would defend myself. It doesn't matter who it is. Brother Feces, who they call Brother J, Fat Man Scoop Mathis, Do the Well, whoever. You understand? Of course, we hope that don't happen because you wanna pray for these people, right? And of course, you gotta love them versus hate and whatnot. You know, I don't hate these brothers, and I hope the best for them. You know, I hope the best. The thing is, in defending yourself, you're like, wow, if it was to happen, like I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. You would think it would be somebody out there on the street, but a so-called church person, you know. He says Pastor Gino knocks people out with the scripture. Absolutely. Nicole, you funny, man. Oh man, you funny. Simply behold. What up, what up, what up? Hope all is well. Oh man. You're right. At Skylar. Good, I think. So I think it's a black thing. I bet when we get to heaven, there will be that one black person up there. Nah, I gotta get that off, man. What up, Allison Hurd? He said, Brother Feces. Yep. So when you say Brother J, I call him Brother Feces. That's what I call him. You know. What up, Robert Tucker? Nicole says, Pastor or not, you got them hands. If you come up to someone, don't forget Jesus in the temple. He laid hands on people. Well, the thing is with people out here, I notice when they troll people and whatnot, when you're not giving them the attention that they're looking for, that then they want to use profanity They want to result in physical threats. We talking about physical threats as far as like, I'm gonna come to your house, I'm gonna come to your state, I'm gonna do these things to you. We ain't talking about boxing and whatnot. We ain't talking about, listen, if you want to do something, we could go in the ring and box, or we go in the MMA and dance with some wrestling and stuff like that. We ain't talking about that. That's legal. We talking about something different. So to the person who said something about boxing, that's not a threat. You're going in the ring, you know what I'm saying? And you're doing it the right way instead of fighting it on the street, getting yourself in trouble. We talking about the people who's threatening to come see you at your doorstep and whatnot. You know what I mean? If a person come to your doorstep, I don't care who you are. You got your family there, you got your spouse, you got your daughters or whoever there, your mother. You ain't gonna quote no scriptures. You ain't gonna quote no scriptures at all. And some people is packing. Some people is packing. Even in holiness, you know, even in holiness, some people is packing that Glock 19. You understand? They packing that. They packing that Glock 17. You know, all right, with them hollow point bullets or full metal jacket bullets, double barrel shotgun, sawed off, AR-15, whatever. People is packing. So we will hope these things don't happen to people and things like that, because somebody from YouTube, I think a troll or a stalker, these podcasters, I think they was killed by a stalker, by a troll. You know what I'm saying? So situations happen that way when they have trolls on a YouTube channel or on a podcast and stuff like that. And they came to the people's house and murdered them. You understand? So threats can be serious. People can be obsessed with you, even if you're a person commenting in the room. You understand? So this stuff is dangerous. This stuff can be dangerous, but I ain't worrying about it, man. I dare you. Brother Feces, Noob Sabat, whoever. I dare you. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Don't go out here threatening people and whatnot, saying this and saying that, as if somebody is going to be fearful of you. Not at all. That goes to all of them out there making threats. Charles Duell. I ain't gonna say the other people's name because they dung themselves. They listen. They less than dog doodle. I ain't gonna mention their names at the end of the day. You understand? Because all they looking for is attention. And I know who's the same person who commented in the beginning. Smith is the same person with the Noob Sabat. That's the same person. I know how the internet works and what have you. You could just tell by how a person comment. Okay, when that person left, this person came on. They talking in the same format. They just got a different name. So they want to make it seem like it's two different people, but it's actually one person with two different names. I could see the people that's in the chat room. So when the Smith person left, the Noob Sabat person came in. I'm not stupid, man. I'm not dumb. The same person. Trolling. All right, let's go to the comments. Called him a hellion. He called him a hellion. Wow. All right. All right. Tina says, yes, sir. It says, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not wound. Just saying, brother, everyone can say what or how they will react until they're put in a situation. Just keeping it real. You're right. You're right about that. You're absolutely right. You know, being put in any situation um like that, where as though you got to defend yourself, especially if you got your kids around, especially that for sure. So you're absolutely are right about that. You know, listen, the person Noob Sabat, a Craig Giselle, me and him know who it is, man. Once I say that, the Craig, aka Simply Behold, he know who I'm talking about. We know who that is already. We just not gonna give that person any type of shine and what have you. Kim says, "Oh man, that's not that person's YouTube channel, but we know who that is, the real person, for sure. You know what I'm saying?" Cynthia says, "I know you're not a pastor, but do you have a clear understanding on whether a person of holiness can own a gun for protection?" Good one. I think I'm not sure if I put the video out yet on Tony Harvin TV. Where Gino was talking about guns and whatnot. He do justify you can own a gun for hunting purposes, and I believe for sporting purposes. But he's against having a gun for home protection. He's against that, and I know a lot of people, and what have you. I mean, if you're a police officer, if you're armed security or an armed guard carrier or a correctional officer, yeah, you gotta take your gun home. Some people have questions like that. A lot of people are 50-50 with it. My opinion don't matter. You understand? My opinion don't matter. You know, it don't matter at the end of the day for sure. But Gino teaches that he's against that for home protection and what have you. All right. Genju says, I own a Glock 19 for two-legged mammals, excuse me, if they attack me. Glock 19. That's a gun that is issued for the police department. Yeah. 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 I remember learning on those how to clean it, how to clean the Glock 19. Of course, you got to empty the ammo, right? You got to put your two fingers, it's like two clips on the side, right? No, you got to click it first. Make sure the trigger is back. Put your two fingers on the side. Slip the top back a little bit, right? And slip it off. And that's how you clean your gun. You clean the Glock 19, if I can remember, at Gin Juice. Am I right? Am I right on that one? At Gin Juice. Something like that, right? He says, I ain't no cop. He says, I own a revolver. So you got some people who own guns, even striving for God and stuff like that. Some people own guns, some people own knives, for protection of, whether it's animals, possums, or whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't know, man. You can't, you could tell people certain things about descriptions and whatnot, but some people listen, some people don't. You understand? All right. He said that. Yeah, I still remember that, man. I still remember, man. Training on that Glock 19, man. I still remember. See, I had to think about that when I was, in that field, even putting out the truth of God and stuff like that. But my gun was for like employment, That's what my gun was for, employment. And that's what we trained on. We trained on the Glock 19. You understand? All right. Who else? Simply Behold says, I hope I never have to use mine as long. Craig, you funny, man. You funny. Shout out to Craig, man. Craig is funny. He says, I hope I never have to use mine as long as I focus on God. It should be good. Mm. Well, I mean, hey man, that's a tough topic right there, man. You know, carrying it, having your gun permit. You know, if it's not a part of your field, your job and stuff like that, that's hard to talk about for sure. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sion. What up? What up? What up? Hope all is well for sure. You know, and you'd be surprised. A lot of people who are in the church, they own guns. They have a permit for a gun. I know, Craig, you in Pennsylvania. It's not as strict as New Jersey and New York. You know, you get your gun permit and whatnot. Some people get the Utah permit or other states permit, whereas though it would allow you, like that state, Pennsylvania, it has reciprocity with other states, whereas though you could travel with your gun. You understand? Utah, I believe, has reciprocity with over 30 states, between 30 and 40 states, that you could carry your gun to those states. You could fly on the plane with your gun, but you have to pack it up a certain way when you go on the airplane with it. Of course, you got to separate the gun and the ammunition. For sure, when you're traveling to different states that don't have reciprocity with your weapon. You understand? All right. G Swole says, "What up, Tony? I always had in mind to want to shoot a gun at the gun range, but for some reason, I'm scared to do that. Now, going to the gun range, you know, it's something interesting. You know, um, I forgot what gun I started off with, but I do know in academy we had the Glock 19s and whatnot, and they really teach you. So it's up to you, man, to really experience what live gunfire in person sound like. You know, a person might be next to you on the left side or the right side shooting off a shotgun, and that thing is loud, man. A shotgun is loud. You understand? That thing is loud. You know, even with the ear protection on, it's loud, man. But I mean, it's up to you, man. It's just you just having target practice and whatnot, and really experiencing. They could teach you in any type of like places with guns. They could teach you the safety factors and whatnot. Because let's just say um, somebody trying to mug you and whatnot with a weapon, and it's a Glock 19 or a Glock 17. You know, with a Glock 19 or 17, that if you're struggling with the gun, is a button on there that releases the magazine, and it's a certain way how you could take the bullet out if a bullet is already cocked in the chamber. You understand? But sometimes for the security factors of the Glocks, you understand? People don't cock it when they have it on them. They cock it when they're about to use it. You understand? So it's okay to learn about the safety measures of a gun because you never know. I mean, if you got kids and kids out here, they play with guns and stuff like that, they would know better. Listen, I ain't gonna roll with you on this one. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they don't know the safety factors to a weapon and whatnot. If a person knew about guns and whatnot, they wouldn't be. I'm not saying you scared or fearful or nothing like that, but you like, wow, I'm glad I have this knowledge of a weapon or a weapon in general. So now I know about this gun, I know about that gun, and what have you, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It says some folks go visit the museum in Washington D.C. about the slave Bible. Wow, I never knew about that. Oh man, you funny, man. Gin Juice, you funny. Ah man, This guy is funny. Good, I think says just use your sword Bible truths to take down false teachers, arguments, and prayer, because a lot of demonic activity is working behind the scenes that you don't see. It's not the flesh you fighting. You're right. I agree with you on that. Craig Giselle, you funny. Sion says it's a stress relief going to the gun range. Well, to those who haven't been to the gun range, man, you know, I would just recommend learning the safety factors of a gun or guns in general. Just the safety measurements and things like that. As I know a lot of people, well, some people who's professing God and stuff like that, because I know a lot of them own guns. I know a lot of them got permits and whatnot, and stuff like that. But if you don't have one, just learn about the safety factors of it. That's it. All right, we're about to sign off, man. I thank everybody for tuning in for sure to this YouTube live conversation number 231. Shout out to everybody who had comments and whatnot, and a couple of trolls on here, but we still here, man. Tony Harvin TV, go to that YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed to that. Nothing but the Truth of God videos, and whatnot, and things of that nature. Some people was asking for the Cash App. Thanks for being a cheerful giver. I don't ask for nothing from anybody, but I appreciate the support and things of that nature for sure. Some people was giving advice to monetize the channel, and I don't know. We'll see. You understand? We'll see. Shout out to C-Rock Smooth. What time is it? 6:23. C-Rock is going live at 7 p.m. Go check his channel out. Go check his channel out for sure. All right. I saw another comment. Oh, let me answer this comment right here. G Swole says, "Why do gangsters shoot the gun sideways?" He said, "Why do gangsters shoot the gun sideways when it's not going to hit the target they want to hit?" Well, they try to look cool, but see, Jen Juice, he got the Glock 19, whereas though on the backhand it's like two little things, and there's one in the front, whereas though it could help you direct where you want to shoot, and it's very easy once you're taught. So the Glocks and other guns, they got like pinpoints at the top of the gun and whatnot to help you direct where you want your bullet to go. You understand? In a dry area. Now, if you got wind and stuff like that, you got to know how to calculate. When the wind is going and how the bullet is going to flow. Due to the weather. Because if it's windy on the left side, and you trying to shoot, where you got to position that gun at. It's all the matter of knowing about a gun or what have you, and how the bullet works. So they shoot the gun sideways just to try to look cool. But the position where you want your bullet to go normally is at the top of the gun. It's like three little things, two in the back and one in the front, and it help you direct where you want that bullet to go. They will teach you that, hopefully when you go to the gun range and whatnot. But that's what I learned and whatnot. All right. So he said that's crazy when I I never shot a gun for sure. Hope everybody have a wonderful evening. I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off. Go check out C-Rock Smooth at 7 o'clock. All right. God bless everybody out there. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network if you'd like to do the same.